So from this week's discussion of major characteristics of the Middle Ages and the great medieval thinkers, and then the characteristics that were antithetical to the development of science, I found a couple of highlights from our discussion from other posters that stood out to me the most. One of them being that those medieval thinkers were challenging beliefs during the medieval era. Also, that reason was often neglected within explanations and theories of early thinkers. This is probably because there was a lot of emphasis on religion, and then that knowledge from religion was continued because that was the authority figure during that time. Also, superstitions and beliefs within the face of religion slowed progression for science. So my thoughts on this week's discussion kind of pertain to how I believe that the early thinkers wanted more understanding of what we were as humans. So like, how does the mind and the body work? What are we made of? What causes us to be the way that we are? A lot of these questions that we see even to this day, we just have a different approach scientifically. Also, that religion remained a central ideal for many early thinkers. So like going back to what others posted about religion being the authority, I also believe that a lot of these early thinkers, that's what they knew. That's what they had grown up on, and so that was a lot of the information that they wanted to grow their theories and their thoughts on as well. And then what was the most interesting from the readings and the lecture was that mental illness was thought to be demons possessing the body, which, again, there are situations even in today's society and time in which people believe that as well. I do believe that there were some rituals that were practiced that slowed the progression of science. There were challenges that were made, but because authority was a critical factor in the way that people accepted the information that was being taught to them, or if, like Socrates being a public spectacle for going against the grain of what the religious believers and what the religious caste believed in, it made it really hard for people to kind of go outside the bounds of what was already given to them. And then slow progression was made due to the inability to fully make empirical research and because of the presence of the civilization's beliefs. So there weren't a lot of scientific rules based on how things could be done and how they shouldn't be done, which also made it a great foundation for us to later on kind of grow on. But during that time, it did really slow down a lot of the progression in order for science to advance.